Well, I would note that the President had a press conference today. In a way, it rejected everything we've been talking about in this debate. It really did not talk about the nature of the crisis that Rogoff and Reinhart described. He didn't tell the American people that the real problem is spending that's surging out of control. He didn't say you can't continue as a nation borrowing 42 cents of every dollar you spend. We cannot continue spending $3.7 trillion when we take in 2.2. You can't do that. He's not talked to us honestly about that. He did, however, make repeated statements in his press conference about raising taxes. I don't think that's a good thing to do when the economy is in a fix like it is. He flatly and erroneously, I believe, stated you can't balance a budget with spending cuts. Well, you certainly can. You can argue that I'd rather have tax increases and less spending cuts, but we can and must balance our budget. We can and must balance our budget, and it can be done with spending reductions. Quite a number of plans are out there that would do just that. And he continues to talk as if the problem was the debt ceiling. But the debt ceiling is really a signal that we've spent too much. And we've borrowed all the Congress has allowed the President to borrow, and you can't borrow anymore unless Congress agrees to raise the debt ceiling. But that's not the problem. The problem, as Rogoff and Reinhart said, is our debt. That's a real problem. It's not going to be easy to fix. I wish it were. He goes on to say and continues repeatedly to talk about investments. This is a quote just in the press conference. Yet it also allows us to keep making key investments in things like education and research. Go on continuing to make investments in education. Does that mean we'll continue our current level of education? We'll try not to cut it if we have to make reductions in spending? Is that what the President means? No, it does not. We just had the spectacle last week of the Secretary of Education appearing before the Senate Appropriations Committee asking for a 13.5% increase in education funding. Before the Budget Committee, he's defending that. Just last week, the President's still talking about investments. More. Mr. President, so I just would say that we're not dealing honestly with the crisis we're in. The President is in denial. He's not looking the people in the eye and telling us what a serious fix we're in and challenging us all to deal with the reality that we're going to have to change the way we do business. That's what I say, and I hate to say it, but I believe that's true. And we've got to do better.